Hello, everybody. Good evening. I am here with Gina. We are going to be talking about Go for Gold and what it's actually done for her in her own business. You guys, I'm just pulling up the video right now. I'm not totally just ignoring what, everything else that's happening in the world. I don't go live and then immediately stop paying attention to everybody. But so basically, you guys, the reason that I do these things is because I don't want for you to have to ever take my word for anything, because it's a lot easier, I think, in everybody's world if we don't ever have to just trust one person and what they say about things. It just makes things easier. So at least for me. So what I want to do and what I am doing is I bring people live in here to tell you what is happening in their own world. So what Go for Gold is doing in their life, in their business, and really that's it. So you don't have to just hear me say, well, here's why I created it, and here's what it does, da 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 da. I want you to hear it from other people. So that said, that's a lot said. Gina, how long have you been with Young Living to begin with?
It's been 3.5 years. I signed up on a Black Friday, and that was, it must have been 2016, because then I instantly got pregnant with my third baby. So that's how I remember.
So when you signed up, did you sign up for the business at all, or Black Friday was probably just because of some promos?
It was because the promo, that was the timing of it. But instantly I saw the value of Essential Rewards, and I was like, I have to do this, and I don't have the cash, so I guess I'm doing the business now.
Guess I'm doing the business.
Yep, it was instant. So
awesome.
I used to sell stuff out of my basement, or old clothes I didn't want, on Facebook or whatever, to help kind of, as I was I could only afford the minimum, but it all worked out, and it grew really slowly, but it's actually always covered my order.
I love it. I love that.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's 3.5 years. So how did you hear about Go for Gold in the first place? Just out of curiosity.
My upline actually sent me your video in Grow Workspace when you were in Hawaii, because I moved. Yeah. And I love that video. So good. So I had moved a 1.5 years ago. And so I'm in a totally new place and just a season of life. I used to do a lot of classes, and I haven't been doing them. So I think she just saw the title and she sent it to me. And I was like, oh, cool, awesome. And then I was like, whoa, wait a second. This is the real deal. So I got in the free group almost instantly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I love that people's uplines are sent. Hawaii was awesome. By the way, it was so cool to do an interview from Hawaii, because I'm here's the ocean behind me, and I'll just stand here and talk to you about this. Yeah, that was cool. So what were you ever on the fence about getting Go for Gold? Were you ever is this just another one of those things, especially if you were typically used to selling stuff out of your basement, which, girl, I totally get. Okay, I get
I
that.
Still do that.
You I will never not do that.
Correct.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Were you ever on the fence though about Go for Gold, where you're nah, I don't know, and then what it take to get you off the fence if you were?
If I was on the fence, it wasn't for that long. I'm a person who will always get freebies, or sign up for a free workshop, or get the emails for little nuggets of free info before I actually go for something. So it was kind of just my usual. I usually just hang out at the free stuff for a while before I decide. And then there was a handful of other leaders from my diamonds group. We were in this chat group, and they were like, hey, are you in Martha's group? Are you in Martha's group? And so we kind of all joined at the same time. And then a handful of us, actually my first builder actually got your course first. And I was like, oh crap, now I have to get it.
Oh my gosh, my builder's doing it, so now I can't be left in the dust, right?
I'm I'm getting the course right now.
That's awesome.
So I saw the value in it and I knew it was going to be great. And
Oh,
so I was like, well, she just like kind of pushed me in the pool there. She didn't even know it.
Everybody needs to be doing that to their uplines, right?
And then I texted my upline. I was like, you should be in this group. And she's like, I'll get there. I will.
Okay, fine. I'm going to do it too.
Yeah.
So what's a big change that it's represented for you, or that it was like the catalyst for, I guess, in your business, in your life, whatever?
Oh my gosh. I am getting so much more done in less time. It's like if that's a love language, that's mine. And so it's like, I just knowing exactly what to do and not like sitting at my computer or like kind of doing stuff, but not really, or like doing tons of stuff that's really not effective, and like feeling like I'm spending tons of time and then it doesn't go anywhere. It's been so great. So I literally do pretty much exactly what you're saying. Because I'm also in Silver Made Simple.
Yeah.
Like 1 hour in the morning, I have an hour in the afternoon where actually like I'm home all the time with my kids. I mean, it's quarantine right now, but I homeschool them. I literally have like 1 hour in the afternoon where I sit on my couch, like do like my tasks for the day. And then I close my computer and like we move on to the next thing. And it like actually works, which is crazy. I've never been able to like work around my kids during the day before. And I like have my evenings kind of open now where I can do team building or like pour into people that just need a little more love, or it's just like watch a movie for once, like, or whatever I want to do, right? Or if I'm like just doing anything that just feeds my soul instead of like working in all of my free minutes. It's been, I think that's the biggest thing. Being really productive in less time and actually like literally seeing the results. Like in my virtual office, it's like boom, like it's going up so fast.
Oh man, I freaking love that. That's the stuff. And you guys, it's so, there's not another way for me to say it. And I know people would love for me to say it a different way, but there's not another way to say it other than you have to do the things. You only have to do the things, but you do have to do the things. I'm proof of that as well, because right when I first started like allowing everybody to do Go for Gold other than just my team. So when I created Gold Getters and did all of that, where, you know, that first month I was focused on that and I was less focused on bringing people in because I had to be more focused at the very beginning on Gold Getters and all of that. And I was less focused on my own thing. So I was doing the things less myself in that month. And it showed in my numbers. So, but then all I had to do was get right back on, do the things every day. And it, you know, like it's literally night and day between doing the things and not doing the things, success and no success. Like it's truly, you can basically see the trajectory of your success or plan for the trajectory of your success based on just saying whether you're going to do the stuff or not.
Exactly. Because that's another huge thing I noticed where before, I had no idea how to like set goals or I was like, well, I want to like get to this much OGV, and like I couldn't like figure out like exactly how am I going to turn my actions into actual results. But now it's like with the Goal for Gold, it's literally like these actions like actually make this much results. And it's, I feel more in control of my business and like a more legitimate business owner instead of just like, well, I'm kind of like relying on other people to like come buy stuff. Like I had that feeling before. I was like, how do I can't like make them click the buttons. Like I'm over here and they're like on the other side of the computer. Like, please click the buttons. Like, and now it's like, it's like working. And I'm like, I feel so much more in control.
Yes. That's truly it. And I love that you said that the feeling is like you're a business owner. I'm going to kind of bring this down a little bit. That you're, that you're an actual business owner now, because you guys, this turns you into an actual business owner instead of like a hobby that may have served well for a little while and you couldn't really figure out how to dig in and really get to the next level. This is like actually just taking what you already had and making it a business with a system. Like that's there. Without a system, we're all flopping around. Like without a system, there's no, you're sitting at your desk and like, well, let's see, maybe I'll post this today. If you're posting things with the energy of let's see how this works, you can't expect for your business to be massively successful. Let's see if this works. No, let's post with like, here's what I'm doing. Here's where I'm going. This is what's going to happen because of this post. And that's like, and it changes everything, you guys. I'm talking a lot on your interview.
That's okay.
Oh my word. I mean, man, just get me in front of a camera, right? So let me see. What do I want to ask now? I want to ask so many things. What was the biggest surprise that you had whenever you started Go for Gold? What were you most surprised about that you got out of it that maybe you didn't expect to get?
I think I was surprised how quick the setup of the system was, and how once it's set up, it's not that much time every single day. Like before, I had tried other things where it was like so much time, and then also not seeing the results. I was like, man, if I like really want to see results, I have to put in like 10 hours a day, and I think that was the biggest surprise so far. We'll see if there's more surprises in store.
10 hours a day is not cool. Yeah. That's
and I was trying to do it like piece by piece, like, okay, I've got like 10 minutes here and like 20 minutes, or like always trying to like steal these little pockets of time. And now I'm like, okay, I'm sitting down for an hour, putting it away. Sitting down for a second hour, putting it away. And because now I know where I left off, I can just pick up right there. It's not like, well, let's kind of like see what I was like feeling, and then I'm not feeling it the next time I sit down. And so like, it's not like that. I can literally just say to myself, like, okay, I was going down this list, or I was doing this and I stopped here. I'm just going to like pick up from there. And it's so much easier to get going, even if I don't feel like it that next day or something. It's so much easier to just pick up. Like now, like when my husband asks me what I'm up to, I can actually say, like, this is what I'm doing. Like he would just be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm kind of like, I don't really know what I'm doing.
I don't know. I'm trying. I'm doing this thing.
Yeah.
So with Silver Made Simple, just because we already talked about it a little bit, just so everybody knows, that's like the checklist. That's like the stuff where if you ever are at a point where you're like, boy, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do today, Silver Made Simple will shape you right up. Like it is literally, there's no ambiguity to it. It's like, you're doing this today, and go do that now. And then that should take about an hour. And so like exactly what she's saying, you just shut your computer after that and you know that your job is done. I think that
you're not left feeling like, did I not do enough today?
Right.
Because if I just did the things, like that is enough. And then I don't have to like feel guilty for not like spending 5 more hours and getting exhausted and frustrated.
The hustle is overrated, y'all. The hustle is massively overrated. I don't know how hustle ever got sexy, but it was like, it is so, I don't want to hustle my life away. I want to work 2 hours a day, and then I want to live the rest of my life. And, you know, be able to homeschool our kids and to be able to have fun and go on vacation and all of that stuff. We don't need to be working like crazy. I know that there are some people, not just in Young Living, but people in network marketing period, or people in business period, that say like entrepreneurs need to be spending 80 hours a week or else they're not really a business owner. I don't know who, I feel bad for the person that feels like they actually need to work 80 hours a week. I wish they realized there's a lot easier of a way than that. But yeah, that's terrible. So let me ask you this. What would you say to somebody, this is the last question, what would you say to somebody that is on the fence, deciding whether they want to go for gold or not? If they're kind of just sitting out there like, I don't know, maybe, what would you say to them?
Absolutely do it. You have to do it because here's why, I'll tell you. Because it's probably, if you've been in Young Living for maybe a couple of years like myself, and you've heard of other systems, or you've seen lots of trainings, or gone to convention, or like heard anyone speak, you've probably heard at least 50% of the things before. But this is all in a whole package, and it actually brings it together and puts those pieces in the right order. So I would say I was doing most of the pieces, but I was doing them in the wrong order. Like I was trying to like educate cold market people, or I was like, it was like beating them over the head with information. Like, this is going to make them sign up. Cause like, that's why I signed up, but like, but it's not like, I'm like not normal. So like, I think it was like pushing people away, so I still get the opportunity to sit in that like zone of like educating like I love, but now it's in a more productive spot in the system.
Yes.
And yeah, it just brings all the pieces together and puts them in the right order. Cause like you're a professional, like, you know exactly what you're doing and how to run it like a business, instead of just like, well, like share your story and be really authentic and like all these people will sign up. And I'm like, well, except I did that first. Like there's a little bit more strategy to it, but it doesn't take out the heart. Like that's my other favorite part, is that it's very systematic, and it can feel kind of like, wait, are we still talking about like humans here? Like for sure. It's just, you have to talk about like a system because it is a real business, but it doesn't take the heart out of it, and you still get to do all of that like heart connection. And since so much of it gets automated, you have that much more free time to actually connect heart to heart with people, because you're not like manually doing everything all the time, because there's so much in the system that's doing itself.
Yes, exactly. Oh, I love it. So it allows you more time to be able to actually love on people, while the things that don't really need to be done manually by you can be done, like if they don't make a difference, whether they're done by you or not, or if they're just in a system, then it needs to be automated, because that's time that you could be spending on loving on somebody or in service to someone. Yeah, 100%. Oh, I love it. Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, Gina. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Everybody, you have a great night, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah.